Good morning. This is Matt. This is Sleeve2DS, and it is week 7 post-op. And thought I'd make a little video here this morning. Not much has changed this last week. Lost a little bit more weight, so stats-wise, I'm down to 295. It's not a very big loss this week. I thought I would have more of a loss because by today's Wednesday, last Saturday morning I hit 295, which I was just elated about and thrilled. And then Sunday, Monday, and even Tuesday I was back up above 295. Even this morning I was back up above 295. The way I do my weight loss is that I always just take whatever my lowest point has been that I've seen on the scale, and that's what I am. If I fluctuate back up a couple of pounds, I understand that that's part of the process, and that's going to happen. It would be nice to see a 1 pound or even half a pound loss every day consistently, but I just know that's not how my body works. It didn't work that way with the sleeve. It doesn't seem to be working that way with the DS. So so technically I lost 2.6 pounds from last week, which is great. I wish it was more. I wish it was closer to that 3 pound average, which I guess if you take the 4 pounds from the week before or whatever, average it with the 2.6 pounds this week, you're probably pretty close to 3 pounds average. I don't know why I had the little bump up after I hit the low on Saturday. I actually haven't been reffing much soccer this last week. I took last week off and haven't reffed at all this week, but I will start reffing tonight again. So I really haven't been exercising. So maybe that's part of it. The other thing is that my eating has not been the best. I've been kind of pushing my boundaries and my limits a little bit to see what I can eat and what the repercussions are. It's been interesting. I'm pretty sure that everything that everybody has said about breads and sweets is true. It will give you gas. It will make you somewhat sick. It's hard to relate exactly does what. I don't know exactly which foods do worse to me, and I don't know if there's combinations that go on that make things better or worse. But here's the long and short story of it is that I can eat them. I have no problems at the time I eat them. The problems come hours later. And by then, the food has already been in my mouth, digested, and I've already, gotten either the benefit or the non-benefit of the calories. So I don't know how big of a deterrent it is. I wish it were a bigger deterrent, and that's kind of what I was hoping for out of this surgery a little bit, was that if these foods did make me sick, that I would just like, nope, not gonna eat it. I still kind of look at bread that way. So I don't know, I had a number of bread products over the weekend, even up until yesterday, or the day before. A number of sweets. I had ice cream. All these things I know I shouldn't be having. And in one way or another, I paid for it. In the bathroom, and it was not pleasant. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, how do I keep myself from eating them in the first place? Because the motivation to you're going to be sick doesn't seem to be there for me. I'll handle a little bit of gas and a little bit of diarrhea to enjoy a piece of cake. So unfortunately the handcuffs, if you will, that were going to keep me from eating crappy are not really there in a way that I'd hoped they were. And in reality, I knew and I know that I have to just learn to eat better. I have to learn to not graze. I put up a sign on my pantry this week. It has a picture of cows in a field, and in big letters above the cows it says stop or avoid grazing. It doesn't say stop, it says avoid grazing. 2 of my daughters asked if that was aimed at them. I said no, it's for me, but if you would like to use it for your motivation, you may. So grazing's a big deal. Making good food choices. I mean, really, it's about good food choices, and it seems like it's always like, oh, I'll just have this one little thing now. But I tend to make more exceptions than I follow the rules. So if you're making more exceptions than rules, then those become your rules. So yesterday I went and there's a soup and sandwich shop by me at work. I like to go there for lunch. I get a little cup of soup. This cup of soup is great, but they always serve it with a piece of bread. I think, I can handle the bread, but last night it made me very gassy after everything was said and done. I shouldn't So the question is, do I have enough willpower to go there and just get the soup and say no bread please, or do I just avoid that place altogether and I need to do better at packing my lunch? And that's the thing that's frustrating, is I was going to do different on this. I was going to be all about the meal prep, but I've been so busy lately that, and this is how my life was before, is that meal prepping just doesn't sound good to me. I don't feel like doing it. Every day at work, when it comes time for lunch, I want to get out of the office. I don't want to stay there. Now I can take my lunch that I've prepared and leave. That's certainly a thing. But what I find myself doing is getting back into the old habits of like, oh, let's go see what fast food thing I can find. And I'll try and make a good choice with that fast food, but who knows what it's going to be. So I haven't been doing very good tracking my calories in MyFitnessPal, mostly because I've been eating crap. So I need to improve a lot this week, and maybe all those things that I just said are the reason why I didn't lose as much weight this week as I would have liked. We'll see how this next week goes. Every day I've just got to resolve to do a little bit better. The clothes are getting looser. I have noticed in my videos that I wear this shirt a lot. I don't know why I wear that shirt on Wednesdays, but I think it's because I have meetings at work, and this just happens to be clean in my closet. I do have other shirts. The clothing's always interesting too. I mentioned last week I'm kind of in that no man's land between XL and 2XL. A lot of my XL shirts are big and baggy, but the XL shirts are a little tight. Oh well, I'll get through it. But it is kind of fun looking at, thinking about getting down into some smaller sizes. I have to laugh when I see some of these posts on Facebook in these groups, and this, some lady was like, oh, I lost 50 pounds and I went from a size 22 down to a size 12. And I'm like, holy crap. I mean, I lose 50 pounds and I maybe swing half a size, but it all depends on, how much 50 pounds is in proportion to your size. I'm a big guy, 6'4", so losing 50 pounds is not nothing, but it doesn't make as big an impact as it does on a lady that's 5'2", and where that, will cause her to lose multiple sizes. Anyway, that everything is getting looser, and that's good. I've also been sleeping the last week without my sleep apnea machine, mostly because I've had a sore back still. My knee is not bugging me at night, but we'll see how that works after I ref. So I noticed that if I go referee, and even though my knee isn't sore when I ref, that night when I go to bed, my knee is sore for a couple of days after. And the thing is, so we'll see if there's an effect. But anyway, in trying to deal with a sore back and sore knees, I didn't want to deal with my sleep apnea machine, and that's okay. I assume I don't really feel tired during the day, but anyway, I just wanted to mention that I haven't really been using that. I need to ask my wife if I've been snoring. Beyond that, everything else is pretty good. So getting down to 295 is good. My goal was to be here by 2 months post-op, and that is in a couple of weeks still. So in my book, I'm ahead of schedule. That's great, I guess. I just want to keep losing weight. That's really all there is to it. Whether it's a pound a week or 3 pounds a week or 5 pounds a week, whatever. I just want to keep losing weight, keep taking this weight off, getting healthy. So yeah, but we're making good progress. Don't really have much else to say. I need to, like I say, do better with my food. Need to figure out how to make these videos more interesting. As far as me just talking about recipes, talking about strategies. What else could I give you guys to help you along in your journey, give you information, things like that. Another thing I wanted to touch on was the term revision. Quite often I've been caught up in the term getting revised from Sleeve2DS. In some ways that's true, although my sleeve is not getting revised at all. My sleeve has remained intact. It's just, so there's no revision going on with the sleeve itself. But a lot of people tend to throw that word around. Basically, it is the addition of the duodenal ileostomy. So it's, I think it's just easier to say DS revision. But anyway, somebody had posted about that. That is not correct. No, fine, it's not correct. We're not revised unless you get your sleeve revised. And that's another interesting thing too, is how many people get their sleeve revised, get it shrunken or taken down a little bit more. Glad we didn't do that. Glad I haven't had recovery. Recovery has been great for my stomach. So I'm glad I didn't do that. I think my sleeve is fine and intact and doing what it's supposed to. I still can't eat that much, and that's how I want it. So anyway, just random things. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. I'm off to another long day of work with a lot of meetings, and then to ref soccer. So it'll be a fun night. Hope you have a good week, and we will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.